Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Manu Law Classes Current Affair Analysis. In this particular video, we will discuss July 21 The Hindu Delhi edition newspaper. Our main topic of concern for today's newspaper is NHRC. Apart from that, we will discuss about judicial custody and the police custody. Then we will discuss about the new bill which has been passed by the Rajasthan government, that is Rajasthan Owner of Dead Body Bill. And then we will study about an island of Tamil Nadu, that is Katchatheevu. Then we will discuss about NIA. Then we will discuss about the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill. And then we will discuss about the Kerch Bridge, which is located near the Crimea and Russia border. So these are our main topic which we will discuss in today's newspaper. Let us start with the very first topic, that is related to the NHRC. So here basically, as we all know, there has been a case of sexual assault of women in the Manipur area, and it has been condemned by NHRC. Okay, so we will discuss about what is NHRC and what are the important provision, how NHRC was established, through which law it was established. So first of all, talking about NHRC, it is what? It is National Human Rights Commission. National Human Rights Commission or NHRC, it is basically a statutory body. Okay, it was established under the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. Okay, the commission basically work as a watchdog. The commission work as a watchdog for the human right issue across the country. And apart from that, what is covered in this particular matter? Human right. Human right amount to the right relating to the life, liberty, equality and dignity of individual, which has been guaranteed by the Constitution of India or has been embodied in the International Covenant and enforceable by the court in India. Talking about the objectives of NHRC, the objective of NHRC is simply to strengthen the institutional arrangement through which human right issue can be dealt or it can be addressed by forming a institution or having a strong institutional arrangement. Apart from that, if there is any matter of allegation of excess by the government or anyone else with regard to the infringement of the human rights, so it will take action against that also. Okay, talking about the composition of the NHRC. So NHRC is basically a multi-member body. It comprises of more than one member, that include chairperson and the 5 other members. Chairperson plus the 5 members. The chairperson will be definitely a retired Chief Justice of India or Judge of Supreme Court. Okay, he can be either the retired Chief Justice or the retired Judge of Supreme Court. Talking about the member, so member should be serving as the retired Supreme Court Judge or serving as the retired Chief Justice of the High Court. It can be Judge or the Chief Justice of the High Court, or the other 3 persons should include at least 1 woman who should have knowledge and practical experience in the matter of human rights. The chairperson and the members, they are appointed by President on the recommendation of a 6-member committee, which include Prime Minister as the head or the chairperson of the committee. Then there is Speaker of Lok Sabha. Then there is Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Then Leader of Opposition of the Parliament, and 1 more member, that is the Central Home Minister. Okay, so these are the 6 persons headed by Prime Minister. Then comes the Speaker of Lok Sabha, then the Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, Leader of Opposition of both the houses and the Central Home Minister. So these are the member of the committee which recommend the name of the chairperson of NHRC. The chairperson and the member, they are appointed for 3-year term and they last till the age of 70 years, whichever will be early. So either it can be 70 years or they can have a 3-year term. The chairperson and the member, they are eligible for the reappointment. So these are the important topic or the important static aspect related to the NHRC and related to this particular news. Now moving on toward our next important news that is coming in from the state section. And here basically there is a news that in minor assault case accused to be in the judicial custody. What is important for you is this term. What is the meaning of judicial custody? So there are basically two type of custody. First one is the police custody and the second one is the judicial custody. What is the difference between the two? We will try to understand that. Police custody and judicial custody. So police custody means that the police has a physical custody of the accused, while judicial custody means the accused is in the custody of the concerned magistrate. Okay? यहाँ पे पुलिस की कस्टडी में रहेंगे, यहाँ पे मजिस्ट्रेट की कस्टडी में रहेंगे. अगर आपका कोई भी पुलिस कस्टडी का केस है, यहाँ पे अगर कोई केस है, तो यहाँ पे जो अक्यूज्ड है, he will be lodged in the police station lockup. ओके? और वहीं अगर जुडिशियल कस्टडी की बात करें तो यहाँ पे कहाँ पे लॉन्च किया जाएगा इसको? जेल में. पुलिस कस्टडी में when the police takes a person into the custody, the CRPC kicks in और इनको उस पर्सन को, उस अक्यूज्ड को 24 घंटे के अंदर में जुडिशियल मजिस्ट्रेट के सामने रिप्रेजेंट करना पड़ता है और उसके बाद ये डिसाइड करते हैं whether he should be kept in judicial custody or he should be given police custody. Okay, so this is important term which you should know. Moving further toward our next important article that is coming in from the Rajasthan government. So here there has been a bill which will prohibit protest with the cops passed in Rajasthan. Rajasthan recently passed a bill. The name of the bill is Rajasthan Owner of Dead Body Bill 2023. It seeks to ensure that every dead body has the right to last rites with the dignity. And this has been like a very much debatable issue in the Rajasthan because there has been an instances where the deceased person were taken and they for the protest and they were taken by their relatives for the protest. So here the Rajasthan has passed a bill and according to that bill, if anyone who is not doing the last rite of the deceased person, he can be charged under police case. So here the right of every person for the last rites with dignity has been passed by this particular bill. Now there has been already 82 incidents which shows that demonstration and dharnas with the corpsmen on the street. So that's why this bill is passed and this bill imposes a liability on the family member of the person to perform the last rite of the deceased as soon as possible unless there is an exceptional reason. And if family member does not perform the last rite despite the order of the local police officer or executive magistrate, it will be done by the public authority. Okay, and the bill has laid down the punishment for this with the imprisonment ranging from the 6 months to the 5 years for different offences. So these are the important provision of this bill. Just remember in which state it has been passed. And it has also declared that every deceased person has the right to last rite. Okay. Moving further toward our next important article that is coming in from the state section. And here there is a news about the Katchatheevu Island. So you should remember what is this island. This island has been ceded to Sri Lanka. Right now, Sri Lanka President Ranil will come to visit New Delhi and in that matter, in this visit, the CM of Tamil Nadu, he is raising a concern about this particular island which has been ceded to the Sri Lanka and it has a large number of Tamil speaking people who is in the neighboring island with the Sri Lankan leader. Okay. So here basically what is the story behind that? You should remember that this Katchatheevu Island was given to Sri Lanka in 1974 without the agreement with the state government concerned and also it has been a contested issue and issue basically deprived the Tamil Nadu fishermen of their right and it adversely affected their livelihood. So basically the people are protesting that this island should be dealt with the given back to the Tamil Nadu, and if not given back, so they should have right, these fishermen should have right, Tamil Nadu fishermen should have right to fish in these area. Okay, so this is an important news. You should just remember that what is this island and where it is located. It is located in Tamil Nadu, and when it is located in Sri Lanka. It was ceded to Sri Lanka from Tamil Nadu and it was given in 1974. Just remember about the name of this island. Moving further toward our next important article, that is related to NIA. So here basically NIA bust Kerala IS module and arrest 4. What is important for you is this agency, National Investigation Agency or NIA. So we will talk about this in detail, that what is NIA, what are the functions performed by NIA. So NIA full form is National Investigating Agency. It is basically a central counter-terrorism law enforcement agency of India. Okay, Central Counter-Terrorism Law Enforcement Agency of India. Its parent agency or its parent body under which it comes is Union Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, it comes under Union Ministry of Home Affairs. Now talking about the establishment, when it was established, so NIA was created in the year like after the 2008 Mumbai terror attack, and with this there was an enactment passed called the NIA Enactment, NIA Act 2008. Okay, talking about the jurisdiction, this agency is basically empowered to deal with any matter related to the terrorism related crime, a terror related crime is there, and it is empowered all across the India and across the state without special permission from the state. Any state government may request the central government to hand over the investigation of a case to NIA, provided the case has been registered for the offences as contained in the schedule of the NIA or it is related to the terrorists. Now, NIA also has some special court, that is called NIA Special Court. So, various special court has been notified by the government of India for the trial of the cases that is arising out of the terror crimes or something related to that. And these courts are presided by the judge, which is appointed by the central government on the recommendation of the Chief Justice of High Court of that particular area. Okay, of that particular area or under which jurisdiction it comes. So, it is appointed by central government on the recommendation of Chief Justice of the High Court of that area. Talking about the office, it is headquarter, NIA is headquarter in Delhi, and it has its branches in Hyderabad, Guwahati, Kochi, Lucknow, Mumbai, Kolkata, Raipur, Jammu, Chandigarh, Ranchi, Chennai and Imphal. Okay, just remember where is the headquarter. Okay, moving further toward our next important article, that is coming in from the editorial section, and it is talking about the Digital Person Data Protection Bill. So here basically, first we will understand what the author is trying to say. The author is saying that in Europe, the General Data Protection Regulation has been passed in 2018. And based on that line, we are passing this particular Digital Data Protection or Digital Personal Data Protection Bill. So based on that, we are passing. But both the things are different. Europe is different, India is different. What are the issues related with this bill is that it only contains or it only protects the personal data. It is not empowering or it is not protecting the personal data, which can also be used to target a particular person. What is the meaning of personal data according to the bill? It is any data that has the potential to directly or indirectly identify an individual. But in the modern data economy, entities use various types of data, including both the personal as well as the non-personal data, to target, profile or predict or monitor any user. So here basically the author is saying that it is of no use if non-personal data has not been protected under this particular act. The second important thing which the author is saying, that there is a limited gap, like there is a limited reach of the Data Protection Board. The gap is regarding the inability of the proposed Data Protection Board to initiate the proceeding of its own accord. There is a term which we usually hear in news, that is suo moto. Suo moto means कोई भी केस मैं खुद से ले सकती हूँ या कोई भी केस कोई बॉडी खुद से उठा सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल NHRC ऑल्सो हैज दिस राइट. सुओ मोटो वो किसी केस को ले सकता है, कंसीडर कर सकता है जो ह्यूमन राइट के वायलेशन से रिलेटेड हो, बट यहाँ पे डेटा प्रोटेक्शन बोर्ड को ये राइट दिया नहीं गया है. ये तभी एक्शन ले सकता है जब आपका कोई अफेक्टेड पर्सन कंप्लेन करे. So these are the two important drawbacks of this particular digital data protection bill, and the author is saying that these should be overcome before introduction of this bill. Now we will discuss in detail about this particular bill, that what it is about and how important it is. So we will discuss about digital personal data protection bill. Okay. So this is defining personal data as any data about an individual or which gives an idea of an individual, that person is giving, this particular data is giving idea about any individual or any relation related to it. Now MITI, or the Ministry of Information and Electronics and Information Technology, it has been deliberating on various aspects of this particular data, and it has formulated this particular digital personal data protection bill. Now the purpose is to provide processing of the digital personal data in a manner that recognizes both the right of the individual to protect their personal data and the need to process the personal data with the lawful purposes. So basically, if someone is using our personal data, so it should only be for the lawful purposes, or the central government can use it, union government can use it for any specific thing, like for any details or something like that, that should have lawful purpose. Now the bill frames out the right and duties of the citizen, or they are called digital nagarik. Whoever is a digital nagarik, their rights should be ensured, and on the one hand it is an obligation, it is putting an obligation to use collected data lawfully of the data fiduciary. Data fiduciary is any person or any body who will basically lawfully collect the data, and he is also called data collector. Just remember this important term, data fiduciary. It has been mentioned in this particular bill. Now talking about the applicability, it is basically, this will apply for processing the digital personal data within the India, and it can also be applied for processing of the personal data outside India. So it will cover inside as well as the outside India services. Talking about the consent which is mentioned in this particular bill. So any data or any personal data only for the lawful purpose can be taken with the due consent of the citizen or the digital nagarik, and a notice must be given before seeking the consent, and the notice should contain all the details that why he wants to process our data. So the consent should be drawn. Okay. And for any individual who is of 18 years of age, he can give the consent, and below that their parents will give the consent. So talking about the right and duties of this particular principle, any individual whose data is being processed will have the right to obtain information about processing, seek correction and erasure of the personal data, and nominate another person to exercise in the event of death or incapacity. So these are the important terms related to the digital personal data protection bill. Just remember few points: what is personal data, who is data fiduciary, and what is the consent term in this particular bill. Moving further toward our next important article, that is coming in from the text and context section, and here we have a news with regard to the Kerch Bridge. So Kerch Bridge attack, we all know that Kerch Bridge has been broken down by the Ukrainian force, as the Russia government is saying, but Ukraine has not taken any responsibility with regard to this, but Russia is saying that Ukraine is responsible for this particular attack. Now talking about what is Kerch Bridge. So Kerch Bridge is an area, or it is a 19-kilometer long bridge that has two parallel rail and roadways, and it was opened in 2018 by the Russian President Vladimir Putin with a great fanfare, and 4 years after Russia annexed the Crimea. So it will basically connect what? It will connect Russia to the Crimea area. Here you can see in this map, the Crimea region was annexed in 2014 by the Russia, and on July 17, Kerch Strait Bridge It is a road bridge which is temporarily closed or temporarily broken down, and this bridge is basically connecting Russia with the Crimea region. Okay, so that's why this bridge was very important for the connectivity issue. Now the bridge is very important for Russia symbolically, administratively, and it has been important for the operational reason. With this bridge, the Russian forces can go swiftly. So that's why when this bridge was broken down by the Ukrainian, the Russia said that it will back off from the Black Sea Grain Initiative, which was signed between Russia, and it was brokered by the UN and Turkey. So here basically Russia backed off from this particular initiative because it said that this bridge has been broken down by the Ukrainian force. Only this much is important. Just remember that what this bridge is, where it is located, and how it is important for Russia. Moving further toward our next important article. Here the article is with regard to the OpenAI ChatGPT alternative. So here basically the author is first writing that Elon Musk has a very good relationship in the year of 2015 with the co-founder of the OpenAI. His name is Sam Altman. Now after that there something happened and he does not have that much of great relationship with him. So here basically he came out of this OpenAI and now he is planning to bring the new artificial intelligence or the new generative AI technology which we use. That name is XAI. Okay, so just remember what is it, and we have already seen in news earlier that already Twitter's adversary or Twitter counterpart has already come, that is Thread. Okay, so Thread has been launched by Mark Zuckerberg, who is the owner of Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and he launched Thread to counter Twitter. Now Elon Musk is trying to counter OpenAI by opening the new XAI. Okay, just remember this important news. Moving further toward our next important article, that is coming in from the section of the news section. Here basically we know that a lot of cheetahs are dying who has been relocated from the South Africa and Namibia. So here the Supreme Court is urging to transfer the cheetahs, and there has been around a death of 40% of the 20 cheetahs. So here basically the Supreme Court is saying that they should be relocated. Okay. Moving further toward our next important article, that is coming in from the world section, and this is the last news. Here basically the Wagner and the Belarusian military trained together. So here the mercenaries from the Russia military company Wagner on Thursday launched a joint drill with the Belarusian military near the Poland area, and it has also been a tension for the Poland that they are basically holding a joint military exercise near this and they can probably attack the Poland area. So there is a threat to Poland also, but what is in the news that Belarusian and the Wagner group, their military are training together, they are conducting a military drill together. So as we know, Wagner chief is Prigozhin. He is for the first time since he had last month rebellion, he has seen in the news for the first time holding a joint military exercise with the Belarus. So this is all for today. I hope you liked this session, got to know a lot of information. Stay tuned with Manu Law Classes to get further update. Thank you for attending this session. Thank you everyone.